We have a lot of talent on our team. We have Nunez coming in here that has been on the team for a few years, and we expect a lot of great things out of him. Kelly Johnson and Brian Roberts are two veterans that have had a lot of success in the big leagues. And so we have as much talent as anybody. It's a matter of staying on the field, performing, staying healthy, and going out and doing our jobs.
So who will be at first, second, third, and short on any given day? Well, that is the job of the manager. And this year, Joe Girardi is prepared to use his well-honed skills of adjusting his lineup card to put the right player in the right spot at the right time. The Yankees are relying on a clean bill of health for Mark Teixeira, as well as for Derek Jeter in his final season. Both are coming off serious injuries. No one can dispute that the club will be a lot stronger with both players healthy and in the daily lineup.
To have these guys back who are leaders, who are potent offensive players, very good defensive players, I'm excited.
Well, the infield's going to be a developing story. We have two guys in Jeter and Tex coming back from injuries.
Well, we have a schedule with my wrist. I mean, I can't go out there and just, swing 1,000 times a day with my wrist. That's how I got hurt in the first place. But there's definitely a schedule, and so it'll be less work early, but I'll build up to have that strength and stamina to play a long season.
I feel great. Everyone comes to spring training and says, well, I'm in the greatest shape of my life. I mean, but who's to measure that? I know I worked harder this offseason than I've ever worked before, so I feel good.
At second base, Brian Roberts looks to secure the starting job. An all-star caliber player, his playing time had been cut sharply in the past few years by a series of unfortunate injuries. If healthy, he will be a big asset for the Yankees.
Roberts has when he's healthy, he's a performer.
Nobody likes to sit on the sidelines. Nobody wants to watch, and we all have that competitive nature and drive in us that all we want to do is be on the field. And when you can't, it's a tough thing for us as competitors. So I can't say I did anything incredibly different than I've done my whole career to get ready. But now you just hope it works out better than it has in the past couple years.
Veteran Kelly Johnson, Eduardo Nunez, Scott Sizemore, and several others will compete for the third base job this spring, with the versatile Johnson most likely the man to beat at the hot corner.
We expect him to be our left-handed third baseman, in a sense, the left-handed hitter as our third baseman, and depending on how he hits the left-handers will probably determine exactly how much time he plays. And we could use a platoon over there, and we can rotate him. He's a guy that if Brian Roberts needs a day off, you can put him at second base. So he gives you a lot of versatility, but he's a guy that we expect to play a lot of third base.
Obviously, his left-handed bat is a fit for Yankee Stadium, so he's going to provide hopefully some flexibility and some upgrade on what we had there last year.
And that one is Luke to right, and he makes the play. There it goes. See ya. Home run Nunez.
They all have different qualities. I mean, you watch Brendan Ryan play shortstop, and he gets to so many balls, and is a part of so many great plays. And it's just really solid defensively. You look at Nooney, he's explosive offensively. He provides a lot of excitement. He puts pressure on the pitchers because he's raring to go, raring to steal a base. So Nooney's an exciting offensive player.
While few expect this year's infield to produce as many runs as their all-star infield had of recent years, the Yankees expect that this scrappy mix of stars and hard-working professionals will get the job done in 2014.
We'll get used to them. We have plenty of time in spring training, and we will bring out the best in these guys. And we talk about the Kelly Johnsons and the Brian Roberts. They're very excited to be here. They know they have a great opportunity to play every day here. And these are guys that have put up numbers and have the ability to do a lot of good things, and we're excited about it.
With the loss of Alex to the suspension, with the loss of Robbie Cano to Seattle as a free agent, that left a vacancy that was harder to fill than you normally would have because it just wasn't available talent to secure. So that's why we significantly played in the outfield pool. But as significant as those upgrades were in those other positions, I think we're still in the wait-and-see mode on the infield side.
As we shift gears, one word bandied about Kemp here at George M. Steinbrenner Field is health. Last season, the team was hit with a nasty and often freakish injury bug for which there was no apparent vaccine.
I think it was trying to figure out who matched up best against the pitcher we were facing that day or the club that we were facing that day.
It's a two-run single for Overbay, and we're tied at 4.
This one is gone. David Adams with a home run makes it a 6-3 game.
Who I had available physically was tough.
Joe Girardi had to use whoever Brian Cashman could pick up in order to piece together his lineups last year.
On paper, our team was a championship contending team. Unfortunately, we never had a chance to put that team out there because of injuries. And the team that we actually played with the 55, 56, 57 players, whatever it turned out to be, was not representative of the typical type of players you'd run out in the starting lineup on a daily basis. And despite that, I believe we overperformed. I mean, I think the record that we wound up with was a higher win total than the talent level that we provided.
Ground ball through. Yankees win. Here's the ball game. A base hit for Knicks. Ichiro scores, and the Yankees win it 3-2. The hot, surging Yankees continue to roll.
It's a credit to the players, to our manager, our coaches. I mean, they took it seriously. They knew the uniform they were wearing and the city they were playing for, and they did everything in their power to try to deliver and cross the finish line and get us in the postseason, despite being well undermanned compared to our opponents and what our history is.
There were a lot of changing parts, and trying to learn your players as quick as possible and their strengths and weaknesses is the toughest part.
Here's that play at second with Derek Jeter. Remember that left ankle last year, and after the play, kind of rotating that ankle. I'm sure that's always a worry.
Now he is looking for much better health and consistent production from his projected starters.
I'll pay attention to signs from players and try to listen really carefully and use some of my coaches and other people to find out sometimes what a player's really saying, because I think that's important.